What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Looking for top-notch printing services? Choose Preferred Printing, your South Dakota union printer. We provide mailing services, create banners, vehicle decals, stationery and business forms, event materials including specialty items, apparel, and more. Our skilled team brings your vision to life with exceptional quality and attention to detail. And as a locally veteran-owned shop, we're dedicated to serving our community. Experience the difference with Preferred Printing. Visit us at preferredsd.com or call 605-333-0535 today.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Starting a John Deere dealership during the Depression took guts and vision. But C.J. Grossenberg was determined to help the community. He supplied more than equipment. He supplied a better way of life for his neighbors. Today, the family business is still going strong, because round here, Grossenberg proves our values to our community every day. Grossenberg Implement is celebrating 85 years and is fourth-generation family-owned and operated.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Grosenberg Implement wants you prepared for the winter. So, this week's parts special is an 8% discount on all engine block heaters. Not sure that you want to tackle the job yourself? Ask a Grosenberg service manager about having their staff install it for you so you know it's done right. See any of the parts professionals this week at any Grosenberg Implement's 9 locations and save 8% on engine block heaters this week.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org, Or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
Although that'll be hard to do. Maybe. Stanley County comes in at 4-1 off a dominating game, especially defensively last Friday night in White River, where they held the Tigers to minus 14 yards in a 36-0 win. 8 sacks, and big night for the offense, too, for the Buffs, as Barrett Schweitzer had a touchdown, but another big game for Colton Brady as he got 171 yards on the ground in a game that Stanley County controlled from start to finish. Too bad, of course, to see White River's talented quarterback Nick Marshall go out with a broken collarbone. So that left the Buffs at 4-1, and every game's important now with 3 to go in the regular season, because right now Stanley County stands at number 8 in the 9AA seed point standings. And tonight they play a Timberlake team that is at 4-2, and they're number 12 in the 9A seed point standings. We mentioned Grayson Hansen. He had what turned out to be the winning points in overtime. Remember, Brock Zabe got stopped on the tying 2-point conversion in Stanley County's overtime possession a year ago. Well, Hansen, a senior, really does it all for this Timberlake team. He's rushed for 1,000 yards in 6 games. He has almost 10 yards every time he carries the ball, and he's passed for 770 yards and 9 touchdowns. And this is a big play team, as we'll detail for you a little later. Ryan Gimbel's Timberlake Panthers. Stanley County and Timberlake meeting this evening on a lovely evening at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. And by the way, I just learned about this. This was voted by our friends at, who are at least those who go to that website, our friends at Kelloland. This is their game of the week, and I'm told they had a record number of votes for this being the game of the week. So this game probably deserves to receive some attention, and it will tonight. This is the Bank West pregame show as Stanley County meets Timberlake at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being part of the team, and they remind you to buckle up every trip, every time. Coming up, we'll look around other Central South Dakota High School football action tonight, and our keys to success you'll hear from both head coaches. We'll get that going on the Bank West pregame show when we return in 2 minutes on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Fort Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Buffaloes!
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Set to meet at Ole Williamson Field. Other games involving Central South Dakota schools. The Pierre Governors just keep winning. Their winning streak is now 20. They're 5-0, and they host 11 AAA. Brandon Valley tonight at Hollister Field at Phil Trauner Stadium. That coverage is on River 92.7. The Governors, of course, beat the Lynx in Brandon last year. Also with a win tonight, Steve Steele would become the winningest head coach in Governor football history. In 11A, important game for Chamberlain. 3 games left are all vital for the Cubs. They're at 2-3 and 8th in the C point standings. They're in Vermilion. The Tanagers are 2-3 and 7th in the C point standings. Coverage of that underway right now on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO. 11B, Miller Highmore Herald has lost 2 straight, and they don't have it easily tonight, probably hosting 4th-ranked Elk Point Jefferson in Miller. Top-ranked winner at home, 5-0. And it's a rematch of state championships from fairly recent vintage. Bridgewater Emory Ethan comes to winner. Northbridge Pollock, 2-3. Important game for the Tigers, but they may have it tough tonight against unbeaten Woonsocket Wessington Spring Sanborn Central in Mobridge. That's on Star 99 in Mobridge. Other 9AA teams. White River with 3 losses in a row, including the loss to Stanley County last week. This is their bye week, and they play next Friday at New Underwood. Platte Geddes has won 4 in a row. Black Panthers are 4-1, and they play tonight at home against Woolsey Wessington. Kimball White Lake, 16th in the C point standings. They stand at 2-4, so a big game for them tonight at home against Still Rapids St. Mary. 9A Lyman lost to Wall last week. Their first loss after 4 wins to start the season. The Raiders host Bennett County tonight. Phillip, 4th-ranked team in 9A, 5-0 for the first time since 2016. Will try to start 6-0 for the first time since 2014, playing at Kadoka area. 9B, this is the bye week for Sully Buttes. They'll host Lyman next Friday in Oneida. Potter County is in Frederick to meet Leola Frederick area. Battlers at 2-3. That's on 100.7 KMLO as the Battlers continue to play without head coach Vern Smith, who's undergoing cancer treatment. Jones County, 15th in the C point standings at 1-5. They play this evening in New Underwood. Sunshine Bible Academy earlier today hosted Cologne. And in All Nations football last night, Lower Brule improved to 3-1 with a 63-0 home win over Flander Indian. Crow Creek is also 3-1. They beat Marty last night 52-0. This is the Bankwest pregame. Stanley County at Timberlake, which should be a good one, at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. And next, our keys to success, and we begin them with Timberlake head coach Ryan Gimbel. That's in 2 minutes on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
As kind of our go-getter. I mean, he comes out on offense, runs, throws, blocks very well, defensively leads us. I like to always joke that our safety is one of our hardest-hitting kids on the team. He flies into plays. He makes good plays. Offensively, he's still kind of learning in that quarterback spot. He's had his games where we've turned the ball over too much, and that's cost us. We can't do things like that. And then he's had games where, like last week, where he rushes for 341 yards with his feet in a wet, muddy game, and he just puts us on his back, and we go. And he's done a phenomenal job stepping up this year as our leader and kind of our go-to man.
Now, when you're in conditions like everybody had to play in last week, and you know that the footing is not going to be easy, that takes more than talent to adjust to that. That takes a whole lot of instinct to say, I got to make sure and do this right in such a bad field, huh?
Yes, his cut lanes and his ability to break his body down last week was just impressive. There'd be a lot of situations where a different athlete, they might step a little bit too far out and their feet are right out from underneath them. And don't get us wrong, we had quite a few of those, but his ability to cut back direction all season long and then building up into a game like that where he didn't allow it to affect him, just huge for us as we went forward.
Well, while Hansen's doing a lot, you've got other guys. Farley has had all sorts of great receptions for you and playing well in defense. Dan Peterson's been very strong for you defensively. You've got a lot of players really contributing for you.
Absolutely. We got a young group of skill guys. Mentioned Farley, but we have Ducheneau, very fast young men, very high in their skill ability. We've got Keller and Rough Surface as well that come in and aid to our team and give us a little extra. And then, like you said, Dan's kind of our blocker. I mean, he's got a great attitude to play football. He broke his ankle last year and was only allowed to play 2 games. But this year has really stepped up into that main blocker role and has come out and played both offensively and defensively for us just out of his mind. He's playing great.
We all remember the terrific game up there last year where your team outlasted Stanley County in overtime, and this is a Buffalo team that's playing with a great deal of confidence right now, especially defensively. How do you see this matchup against them?
We're going to have to know that they've got a good group of skill guys that are going to come out and they're going to play fast. They're going to play physical. They flow well. They've got a great D line that sets their edge, contains in with a little nose guard who likes to play nasty football. So for us, we have to do our jobs. That first thing is we got to take care of the football. Okay, we can't turn the ball over. We can't make mistakes in this game, and we've got to play fast. We've got to play physical. We've got a bit of a size that we have to use to our advantage, but we got to play smart. We have to get up. We have to go. We can't settle in like we did last year, and they worked their way back into that game, and we've got to make sure we stay on top of our game and execute to the game plan and do our jobs and play our roles.
Coach, we're looking forward to this one. Should be a fun one. Thank you for the time. Good luck against Stanley County.
Hey, thank you, and thanks everybody out there that's listening.
Next on the Bank West pregame, keys to success continue with Stanley County head coach Max Foth. That's in 2 minutes on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Looking for top-notch printing services? Choose Preferred Printing, your South Dakota Union printer. We provide mailing services, create banners, vehicle decals, stationery and business forms, event materials including specialty items, apparel, and more. Our skilled team brings your vision to life with exceptional quality and attention to detail. And as a locally veteran-owned shop, we're dedicated to serving our community. Experience the difference with Preferred Printing. Visit us at preferredsd.com or call 605-333-0535 today.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
To success continue with head coach Max Poth of Stanley County, who I know is looking forward to this one as much as I am. But first, last week, the job defensively your team did. There's talent on that White River team. Too bad to see Nick Marshall get hurt, but they had other talent too. And the job you did defensively, you and your staff just had to be thrilled.
Yeah, absolutely. We played so much better than we did the last time we were out on that football field. Our defense came out with an attitude and the physicality that, just didn't get matched by the other team. And they were aggressive. They were confident. They knew where they were supposed to be at all times. And it really showed with how fast we were able to play. Guys were flying around making plays despite the not solid footing and the wet conditions. So, it was a great effort by our defense, and I was super happy for them.
And to get to the quarterback as often as you did, you guys had 8 sacks last Friday night. That takes some effort. It took some planning too.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Hofteaser and Coach Gabriel do a great job of getting those guys lined up, and Coach Hofteaser in particular with his defensive line, he works his pass rush stuff frequently with those guys, and those young guys really bought in and started making plays, and it's fun to see because all of a sudden, when they listen to their coach and their coach knows what he's talking about and then they perform well on the field, it just makes them listen to him even more the next time. So super happy for our defense and happy for those guys, those D-line guys that sometimes, they'll go games without getting big tackles or big hits, and they were able to go and put their stamp on that game last week, and it was great to see.
Here is a big game for a whole lot of reasons. Timberlake obviously wants to improve their standing in 9A as you guys do in 9AA, but we all remember the game last year, the overtime game. You felt you had a great chance to win, and you certainly did, and they took it away. I know this is one that's been on everybody's mind around this program for about 364 days.
Yeah, no, we're excited to be able to go play. We feel like we're playing better each time out, and we have a great plan in place. We're excited. And then, with playing so many young guys from last year's team, there's so many that were starters last year that are starters now, and they remember, this overtime game that we had and this close loss that we were right there and just couldn't quite finish the job, and we're looking forward to an opportunity tonight to try to be able to go out there and finish.
We saw Grayson Hansen last year. This kid is some player, as we've mentioned. He's accounted for over 1,700 yards of offense already, including 1,000 on the ground, and he is their leading tackler. What is it about this young man that makes him such a good player?
Yeah, terrific player, well coached. He does all the right things. He seems to be always around the football on defense, and then very explosive on the offensive end as well. It's got to be one of those things that the whole team's got to know where he's at all times and make sure that we account for him on both sides of the ball. And if we do that, we feel like we give ourselves a good chance to have a good game tonight.
Overall, what are those keys to success for you guys to take home win number 5?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is defensively, we're going to lean on that defense again. That defense played so well last week, and hopefully it's more of the same this week. We want to try to get a couple more takeaways than we did last week, causing some of those turnovers. As good as our defense played, we didn't cause as many turnovers as we'd hoped, so hopefully we can cause a few of those tonight. And then on the offensive end, we got to take what the defense gives us. When they load up that box and try to stop our run game, that's when we're going to look to be aggressive and take some shots down the field. And then when they play deep and play back, we got to be patient enough as a staff and as a team to take 5 and 6 yards of carry and be able to be okay with that too.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, Dave.
Coming up, it's the starting lineups and the law on the field on the Bank West pregame for what should be a good one. Timberlake and Stanley County at Ole Williamson Field. More for you in 2 minutes on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Starting a John Deere dealership during the Depression took guts and vision. But C.J. Grossenberg was determined to help the community. He supplied more than equipment. He supplied a better way of life for his neighbors. Today, the family business is still going strong. Because round here, Grossenberg proves our values to our community every day. Grossenberg Implement is celebrating 85 years and is fourth-generation family-owned and operated.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The Montana-Dakota Utility starting lineups are brought to you by NDU. They're in the community to serve. Stanley County senior quarterback is Bronx Abe, 565 yards and 9 touchdowns passing, 3 touchdowns rushing. Junior Colton Brady, 443 yards in just 3 games, 4 touchdowns for Colton the junior off a big game last week. Barrett Schweitzer will see plenty of time in the backfield and at receiver 2 with 6 touchdowns rushing and receiving. Cash Richardson, the sophomore fullback. Receivers include Ryland Shrake, Brendan Bothwell, Blaze Frost, Paxton Deal, Cuborn. And in the interior of the line, the guards Hayden Rogo and Noah Baldwin. The center, Case Kolda. And the Timberlake starting lineup is in 30 seconds after this from Montana-Dakota Utilities on KGFX.
To both teams.
The senior quarterback is a good one for Timberlake. It's Grayson Hansen, 770 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards rushing in 6 games. He's averaging nearly 10 yards a carry and 10 scores. Tailback is Cole Ducheneau, the junior, 3 touchdowns rushing. I will tell you numbers about Gavin Farley later you won't believe. He's a junior wide receiver. Senior is Aiden Ruffsurface. Tight ends, sophomore Curtis Connor, junior Landon Lemberg. In the interior, guards are senior Mason Arpan and junior Trayton Duprees. The center is Dan Peterson. Ryan Gimble is the head coach of Timberlake in his 5th season, 27-15. Max Foth in his 7th season as Stanley County head coach, 30-29. Those are the MDU starting lineups. Down the law on the field, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, and we'll introduce tonight's officials in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Eric Pollard is the referee, leading this crew that also includes Randy Clute, Rusty Arthur, Justin Ziegler, and Kevin Miners. The Law on the Field, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. The Dakota Mart, Fort Pierre, opening kickoff in 30 seconds after this from Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre on KGFX.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
From right to left, freshman Canton Hunt will kick off for Timberlake. Brendan Bothwell waits for the kick, but they're not getting it to him. It's taken short at his 35-yard line. It is Bothwell coming up on it. Midfield. He's to the 40 of Timberlake, to the 30. Right the seam, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! They wanted to kick it away from Brendan Bothwell, and he still ran up on it at about the 36. There is a flag down. Hang on. Will it count or will it not? Eric Pollard tells us it won't. It's a hold against Stanley County. So the touchdown's off the board, and Stanley County won't quite have the field position. Well, they would have been in the end zone, the best field position you can have. But the hold wipes out a touchdown, and here is one constant problem if you've been with us for the Buffaloes each week. You know that
County starts 1st and 10 at their own 38.
It's been a problem with penalties. They had quite a few last week, and they have one already tonight, and it wipes points off the board. They will start, instead of with a 6-0 lead, instead they'll start at their own 38. Another huge run back by Bothwell. Instead, he only gets a couple of yards or 12 because of the penalty. Toss right to Brady on first down. Oh, and a high tackle as he's brought down at the right sideline near his 40 by Grayson Hansen, who's he told you is their leading tackler. But I wonder if this is a horse collar. No, it's a face mask. Either way, it's going to be a first down for Stanley County. The gain was to the 41 for 5 yards for Colton Brady, coming off the big game last week. But the face mask penalty here on Timberlake is going to give Stanley County a first down at the 44-yard line of Timberlake. Well, that'll help the Buffaloes along, certainly. 1st and 10, Stanley County at the 44 of Timberlake. Under center, Zabe. Handed to Brady. A little room up the middle. 40. Good tackle by Hansen. There he is again. He's already been on in 2 plays. And he upended him at the 39 of Timberlake. Or he might still be running. Timberlake, by the way, won the toss, deferred the option to the second half. Stanley County receiving, and remember, watch it at the KGFX page, brought to you by Bauman Lumber from left to right. Second, a little more than 5 outside the Timberlake 39. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Bothwell sent in motion, and the speed sweep to him to the 40, hit there, maybe fell forward back for a little bit of gain.
Brought down by Gill and Peterson.
And the sweep by Bothwell stopped, and the officials are going to take time. It is on the 39, so statistically, no gain. Hudson Gill, the freshman, was the first one in on the play. There's a stoppage here with 10:52 left in the first quarter because Buffalo is still down. And now he's being helped up, and it's Barrett Schweitzer, and he's walking off. Fortunately, how important he is for Stanley County on both sides of the ball. So 2nd down and 5 coming up here for Stanley County at Timberlake's 39-yard line. As we're just underway at Ole Williamson Field.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pier. Rebroadcasting on K276 GT 103.1 FM Fort Pierre. Stay alive, don't text and drive.
Frost wide left, Bothwell slot left. That's the wide side. Bourne wide to the right, 2nd and 5. Stanley County, Timberlake 39, high snap, fake to Brady. Zabe runs at right guard, 35. Oh, here's a flag, 1st down to the 32, but this might be coming back.
With the carry, brought down by Bickle.
A touchdown's already been wiped out by a penalty, and now Eric Pollard's going to tell us it's another hold on Stanley County
Holding against the Buffaloes
to wipe out a 1st down run. So it'll be marked back to the 46-yard line of Timberlake, 10 yards from where the penalty happened. So now it's 3rd down over again, but now it's 3rd and 12.
11 for the Buffaloes.
Stanley County needs the Timberlake 34 for a 1st down. Buffs this season are 35% on 3rd down. They were 2 of 6 last Friday night in White River. Wing left, double tight end set, no wideouts. Double wing left, actually. Brady's alone in the backfield, though. Zabe under center. Here comes a flag before the play ever starts. And a full start on Stanley County. Penalty number 3 already on the Buffs is going to back them up to their own territory to the 49, making it just even a little bit tougher and turning it to 3rd down and 17. So Stanley County, they're hoping that these penalties don't stymie their first drive. That's 3 already. 1 took off a touchdown. Another took away a 1st down run. Out of the huddle, SC in their purple tops, gold pants with purple and white trim. White helmets with the Buffalo logo. 3rd and 17. They're at their 49. Out of the eye. Play action, fake to Brady, and a screen is overthrown on the left flat, incomplete at the 48-yard line of Timberlake. Both Schweitzer and Cash Richardson win the area, but it was over both of their heads. And after what was a very promising start for Stanley County, they'll have to end up in punt formation with Paxton Deal. Actually, it is Ryland Shrake out there to punt this time. The deep man is, who do you think? If it's Timberlake, it's got to be Grayson Hansen. He's back at his 15, and Ryland will boot it straight left and try to keep it away from him. And this will be down by Stanley County.
Shrake's punt is down by Stanley
at
County.
the Timberlake 28.
Panthers
So
will take over 1st and 10 at their 29.
Stanley County had the ball for 3 minutes, moved it some, but penalties hurt them. Spotted at the 29-yard line of Timberlake, and that makes it a 22-yard punt. 1st and 10, Timberlake from right to left at their own 29. Grayson Hansen sets him up in a spread look, and somebody moved in the Timberlake line. It's going to be one of those kind of nights, isn't it? You know, it's Stanley County who moved. Goodness gracious. Well, that's a free 5 yards for Timberlake, and this is a team that doesn't need any help. They played 6 games. I'll give you another one you won't believe in a bit. 1st and 5 for Timberlake at their 34. Man in motion, that's Koldushino. High snap. Hansen able to take it. Being chased. Missed. No, not missed by Barrett Schweitzer, who tried to grab him, missed, then grabbed him again. This one's for a loss as they just try a speed sweep with Hansen. It's a loss of 2 back to the 32. You call that a sack because he's the quarterback. And it'll be 2nd down and 12. But this Timberlake team in 6 games have had 18 plays of over 40 yards, 9 rushing and 9 passing. They're 2nd down and 7 from their 32. Hansen, hand off Koldushino, trying to move around right end, met head on and made it to his 35. Good hit there by Weston Prince, who's getting a chance to play this evening. Weston held him to a gain of 3. Timberlake at their 35, 3rd down and 4. The Panthers have been 40% on 3rd down this season, 17 of 43. Gavin Farley, look out for him. He's a speed burner wide to the right, and that's the wide side. Ducheneau sent in motion. Hansen fakes the handoff to him around left end, 40. First down, 45, out of bounds near midfield. And one of the ways that Hansen beats you is with his speed. We remember seeing this last year. He's a skilled athlete, but long strides and a lot of speed. And that's a 13-yard run for Grayson to his 48, and Timberlake has their first down. 1,000 yards rushing coming in. In fact, this Timberlake offense has averaged in their first 6 games 10.6 a play, meaning they average gaining a first down every time they snap it. 1st and 10 from their 48. Farley in motion. Handoff to Hansen. Tackle missed. Back to the line of scrimmage, but Brock Zabe wraps him up there, but may have grabbed the face mask. We'll see.
Hansen with the carry, brought down by Zabe and Baldwin. There is a flag on the play.
Well, Baldwin helped out at the end, but I think a face mask might have been grabbed. It was.
Face mask against the
Stanley
Buffaloes.
County is called for another penalty. It was no gain on the play to their 48. And it is, and I'm still surprised this has never been changed. It's a 5-yard face mask penalty. There's no other level of football where this still exists. So it's 2nd down and 5 at the Stanley County 47 for Timberlake. Wide receiver to the right, that's Farley. Hansen throws at him, catches it. Prince brings him down at the 44-yard line of Stanley County. So there's the first time Timberlake puts it in the air. Gavin Farley, that's catch number 22. On his first 21, 630 yards. That is an average of 30 yards a catch. I told you this team likes big plays. That's amazing. They spotted to the 43-yard line of Stanley County. 3rd down and a yard. Pistol again here, and again coming across the line of scrimmage is Case Colda. That is going to give Timberlake a first down. That is 6 penalties already on Stanley County. And again, you're helping a team that doesn't need the assistance. 1st and 10. Timberlake at Stanley County's 38. They don't take much time. Snap it to Ducheneau in big trouble. And down at his 43 for a big loss by Aaron Cantu.
Ducheneau with the carry, brought down by Cantu.
Cantu just did not let Cole Ducheneau turn the corner. In fact, they'll spot it back at the 44. That's a 6-yard loss.
I've been asked to announce there is still plenty of chili left.
6:43 first quarter. No score, better tell you that. Stanley County, the opening kickoff touchdown wiped out by one of the 6 penalties they've had so far. But 2nd and 16 here for Timberlake back at their 40 at the Stanley County 44. Receiver each way. Throw to the left. Aiden Roughsurface makes the catch. And little out route to the 40. And brought down by Landon Boehm there. Just across the 40. They'll spot it at the just outside the 39-yard line of Stanley County. But still 3rd and long here for Timberlake. 3rd and 11. They converted a 3rd down a moment ago, picked up another when it would have been 3rd down and a penalty. But again, 11 yards needed isn't much for this team, the way they can hit for big plays. Farley wide to the right and Roughsurface to the left. 3rd and 11 at the Stanley County 39. Handoff to Hansen. Fakes, lost the ball. Flag is down 2. Stanley County's recovered. Let's see. Zabe recovered the ball as the play was in progress. The flag came out. It would be Stanley County's ball if the play stands at their 35. Zabe landed on it. Eric Pollard, the referee, is going to make sure. It's a hold on Timberlake, Stanley County's football with 5:44 left first quarter. So Hansen lost the ball. Zabe picked it up at the Stanley County 35. yard line. 5:44 left first quarter. No score. Stanley County had to punt in their first possession. Timberlake lost the fumble on their first possession. Glad to have you with us. Brock Zabe now basically a 5-receiver set. It's a double wing, but head coach Max Folt's going to take his first Agtegra timeout right here. We'll take it too. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. 5:44 left first quarter at Ole Williamson Field. Still no score between Stanley County and Timberlake, and we return in 30 seconds on KGFX.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Stanley County has some things to work out. They've had 6 penalties already. Now they burn their first timeout. They do have it 1st and 10 after gaining the fumble from their 35-yard line. From left to right, Zabe sends Bothwell in motion. High snap, handed to Brady. Around left end, 35, left sideline, 40, and dragged down near the 43.
Brady with
Take a
carry,
guess.
Brought down by Hansen.
Grayson Hansen made the tackle and probably prevented Brady from a first down run. But as it was, Colton gained 9 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 1 for the Buffaloes at their 44-yard line.
Second down, a little more than a yard, just outside the Stanley County 44. A beautiful evening here at Ole Williamson Field. This is just really, really pleasant. I'll tell you specifically about the weather shortly. Second down and 1 from their 44 for Stanley County. A throw to the right by Zabe. Little screen caught by Brady. May have made it back to the line of scrimmage. Very nice pursuit by Dan Peterson, the senior, who's second on this team. This is a defensive tackle, and he's second on this team with 61 tackles. Second to Hansen, of course. No gain. Third down. Again, a little more than a yard for Stanley County from their 44. Didn't convert a third down on their first possession. Brady alone in the backfield. Wing right, slot right. Hand to Brady up the middle. First down, 45. Midfield nearly broke it, but Hansen had an ankle tackle and brought him down at the Timberlake 48. Ooh, Brady nearly broke that one. But instead, it is a first down and a good run for Colton. 4-8 to the Timberlake 48, 25 yards. Brady off to a good start on 4 carries. 1st and 10 for Stanley County. Timberlake 48, no score with 4:03 in the first quarter. And on a counter play, it is Schweitzer. Big home up the middle for Barrett for a moment, 45-42, and a couple of Panthers smack him down there. Hudson Gill and Landon Lemberg. That little counterplay they like to run with Schweitzer did gain him 5. They'll spawn him at the 43-yard line. Second down and 5. Stanley County 30 yards of offense. Timberlake 21 in the last third of this first quarter. 3:27 to go. No score. Blaze Frost lines up wide to the left and 2 receivers to the right. Bothwell in motion from right to left. Takes it on the speed sweep. Cuts up 45-40. Big block. 35-30. Left sideline. 20. 10. Goodbye. Touchdown Stanley County. Once he made it past the secondary, he was not going to be caught. Brendan Bothwell has his first rushing touchdown.
In basketball, we might call it
the fastest guy on this team just blazed it for it there. Colton Brady was the one who had the one big block to set Bothwell free, and Stanley County, just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and the Buffs have gained the lead. They go for 2. They have not tried a placement kick this year. 2 receivers to the right. They line up for 2 on the left hash like they always do. And Brock Zabe with a high snap, but he takes it and is brought down by Peterson. but he does make it just barely into the end zone. And we'll take a break. 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Stanley County with an 8-0 lead over Timberlake at Ole Williamson Field. And the Buffalo kickoff comes your way in 30 seconds on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
65-yard drive for Stanley County in 5 plays, taking to 36. The last 43 by the speedy sophomore Brendan Bothwell in the sweep for the touchdown. And the 2-point run by Brock Zabe makes it 8-0 Stanley County with 3:08 left first quarter. And Aaron Cantu ready to kick off from left to right. Paul Ducheneau, one of the deep men, standing back at around his 12-yard line. Cantu with a boot from left to right. Sends it left. Sends it out of bounds.
Cantu's kick rolls out of bounds.
Wanted to keep away from Ducheneau and also from Edward Keller, but he didn't want to do that.
The flag is for kicking out of bounds.
And
Panthers will have it 1st and 10.
The option that teams always take is to set up at their 35-yard line, and that's what Timberlake will do with 3:08 left in the first quarter. 8-0 Stanley County. Timberlake drove it inside the Stanley County 40 on their first possession, but fumbled the ball away. Now Grayson Hansen leads his team back out there in their white tops with maroon numerals and letters, maroon pants, white trim, the solid maroon helmets. 1st and 10 from their 35, from right to left. Hand off to Hansen, and there goes Grayson, straight up the middle. Hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward maybe for a couple. But a good wrap up there by Q Bourne, and also by Case Colden. Did you hear in our pregame it was described how Case Colden plays by Ryan Gimble? Maybe the best description I've heard of Case's play yet. He likes to play nasty football. 2nd and 8 Timberlake from their 37. 2 receivers each way. Alone in the backfield is Grayson Hansen. Protection. Receivers are covered. Here comes a flag. Might be a hold. The pass is caught by Ducheneau. No, it's on a hop to him at his 42. It is incomplete. But the flag's going to be on Timberlake for a hold, and a choice here for Stanley County head coach Max Foth to make. Do you want 3rd down and just under 10, or do you want 2nd and a whole bunch?
Holding against the Panthers.
And the Buffs are going to say, push them back a little bit. Holding sends it back
pushes the Panthers
to
the
27-yard line. Well, it'll be 2nd down now and 18. That's 2 penalties on Timberlake. There have already been 6 on Stanley County. 4 receiver set again. Snap back to Hansen. Again, protection for him, but no holding this time. And Hansen just runs. He can do that, 30-35 down near the 38. So they're not behind the chains anymore. Rylan Shrake was able to force Grayson Hansen out of bounds. But he gained 10 to his 37, and it'll be 3rd and 8. Hansen now with 25 yards on 6 carries. So he's averaging just 4.2 a carry tonight. Coming in, the average was 9.6. Goodness. Like video game numbers. 2 receivers again each way. 3rd and 8 for Timberlake from their 37. Snap back to Hansen. He just runs. Makes Richardson miss, but only to his 40. Aaron Cantu was in on him. Good play by Aaron to hold him to 3, and that'll make it 4th down, and a Buffalo is still down. I believe that's Barrett Schweitzer. Well, he went down earlier. He got right back up. It's not Schweitzer, but someone is down, and they will tend to him. 1:55 first quarter. Stanley County up by a score of 8-0 over Timberlake. We'll keep it here For this Agtegra timeout, Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. It's homecoming next week. Lemon McIntosh here, 6:30 here on KGFX next Friday night. But if you're coming next Friday night, come hungry, because there will be, starting at 5:30, hamburgers and hot dogs, chips, cookie, soda or water, $6. It helps out the Stanley County Track and Field team. Meyer Meats providing the yummy stuff. Coca-Cola, too. South Dakota Army National Guard will provide the tents and the grill. It is Case Kolda, who is, he's walking, but he's walking slowly off the field. And the Buffaloes hope he won't be out long, as he is so important on the middle on both sides of the offensive line. So it'll be punting formation here for Timberlake. And naturally, Grayson Hansen's the punter. He's only had to punt 5 times, though, for an average of 31.2. You wouldn't think they'd try anything tricky from their 40, but you never know. Snap back to Hansen, and before that, the officials stopped play with an illegal shift called here on Timberlake, as that will set the Panthers back to the original line of scrimmage. They're 35, and it's now 4th and 10. Now, Stanley County didn't send anyone deep, so they're thinking something may be up. The official was about to move the ball again, but they've already moved the ball. No, it's fine right where it is, guys. 1:38 first quarter. Clock runs, 8-0 Stanley County leading Timberlake. And again, with the big play potential of this offense, you can't ever rule out them trying something. Again, Stanley County isn't sending anybody deep. And remember, Hansen is their punter. Pass back to him, and he does boot it. End over end, and it will take a little bit of a Timberlake bounce, and the Panthers will be able to down it at the Stanley County 33-yard line.
Stanley County takes over 1st and 10.
With 1:11 remaining first quarter, and Stanley County up over Timberlake by a score of 8-0. As Stanley County will have it now for the 3rd time on offense. They had a 43-yard touchdown run from Brendan Bothwell in this first quarter and hit the 2-point conversion. That's the difference in the game right now. 1st and 10 SC from their 33. They run out of the I. Brady dots it. Play action to him, going long right. Oh, once the receiver, who got a little bit tugged, Frost, Hansen got a little bit of a tug on him. It's incomplete, way over their heads, and no flag. Schweitzer on the other side had a lot of room. There was coverage. Again, Hansen got one tug in there on Blaze Frost, but got away with it. First, 2nd and 10 Stanley County from their 33 with 1:05 left in the first. In the twilight, hit Ole Williamson Field. 2 receivers to the right. Pump fake by Zabe. Once long right, Bothwell. He caught at 35. Cuts to the 30. Brought down at the 27. Aiden Ruff's surface prevented Bothwell from breaking loose again. But another big hit to Brendan Bothwell. All the way to the 27-yard line of Timberlake for 40 yards. And Bothwell starting to put together a big night. He's at 83 yards from the line of scrimmage in the first quarter and had a kickoff return touchdown called back. 1st and 10 Stanley County. Timberlake 27. Handoff Brady. Right guard 25. Round right end near the 20. Forced out of bounds. Grayson Hansen and Edward Keller were there to do so. That'll stop the clock with 29 seconds to play in the first quarter. They will spot that at the 22-yard line of Timberlake for a gain of 5 yards. And the running game again working well for Stanley County. They had 78 yards on the ground in this first quarter. They're 2nd and 5 at Timberlake's 22. Two receivers to the left. Frost and Bothwell. Bourne is to the right. Bothwell, look out for him now. Comes in motion. The high snap over Zabe's head. He has to fall on it back at the 35-yard line. That ball was 8 feet over Brock Zabe's head. And that's a loss all the way back to the 35-yard line of Timberlake. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. We're through one on the Wagner Auto scoreboard at Ole Williamson Field with Stanley County leading Timberlake 8-0. Wagner Auto, the one place to go. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activity.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
The loss was 13 yards on that last play of the first quarter. Still, Stanley County had 105 yards of total offense. Timberlake 34, 65 yards rushing, 43 for Brendan Bothwell in the touchdown run that has Stanley County up 8-0 as the second quarter begins here at Ole Williamson Field. David Burrow with you, our studio coordinator Haley Hansen, Brian Menning taking care of the video. And remember, you can watch it at the KGFX page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app. Brought to you by Bauman Lumber, who also brings you our player of the game on our Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg postgame. So, Stanley County, 1 of 2 on third down. They need a lot here. 3rd and 18 at the Timberlake 35. Now moving from right to left, 72 degrees, not a breath of wind. A lovely evening. In the pistol with Bothwell in motion. They hand off to Bothwell, and they reverse it to Frost, and he wants to throw. Going right for Zabe. He caught it on the right seam. To the 15, to the 10. Tackle broken to the 5. He is just short in the end zone. They go with the double reversed and Frost. And for Brock Zabe, that's his second catch.
First down for the Buffaloes at their 2-yard line.
It's all the way down to the 2-yard line of Timberlake. That's a 33-yard play. And the defense got frozen there. Stanley County 2 yards away from a 2-score lead. 1st and goal. Just underway second quarter. Brock Zabe's under center. Richardson with Brady dotting the I at the end to our left. Handed to Brady. Right guard. Easy touchdown. Colton Brady's 5th rushing touchdown of the year. And 38 seconds into the second quarter, Stanley County increases their lead to 14-0, and the double reverse pass gained a lot of the yardage on that drive. Well, it was a 67-yard drive, and that play went for 35, so over half of it. Stanley County will head to try for 2 again. They send Richardson wide to the right and slide to the right, Bothwell. Schweitzer wing to the right. They line up on the left hash again. Kolda is back out there after being shaken up. Little quick throw into the end zone. This one is caught by Frost for the 2-point conversion. And Stanley County has a full 2-score lead. Let's take a break. 11:22 left in the first half. Now it's Stanley County 16, Timberlake nothing. Back with the Buffalo kickoff in 30 seconds on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Stanley County goes 67 yards in 6 plays, takes a minute 49, 35 of the yards, as we say, on the Frost completion to Zabe, and then Brady ran in the last 2, and then Frost caught the 2-point pass from Zabe, 16-0. Stanley County on top, as they have, for the most part, stalled Grayson Hansen and the Timberlake offense so far, but there's a lot of game left. Grayson Hansen will kick. Keller and Ducheneau wait for it, and it bounces away from Ducheneau. He picks it up back at his 10-yard line, cuts left to the 15, trying for some room to the 20-25, and brought down near the 27 by Landon Bain.
Panthers start 1st and 10 at their 27-yard line.
So it's a 17-yard run back, Timberlake from their 27. Across the river, Brandon Valley leading the Pierre Governors at the end of one, 7-0. That coverage on River 92-7. That is a huge offensive line, by the way, for Brandon Valley. The Governors trying to extend their 20-game winning streak. Well, what can Timberlake do here now, down 16? They're 1st and 10 from left to right at their 27-yard line. Pistol here for Grayson Hansen. Receiver split each way. Snap back to the senior quarterback, and he runs 25-30 left sideline, forced out of bounds by Cash Richardson after a modest game. But no more than a couple here, as they're doing nicely to try to contain Hansen so far. He's held to 2 on that play and has 30 yards on 8 carries. 2nd down, 8 for Timberlake. Panthers are at their 29. Receivers split each way. Hansen in the pistol again. Snap back to him. Looking down the middle. Wants to find Farley. And Gavin caught it at the 45 of Stanley County. 40 brought down by Weston Prince inside the 35. There they go. Big play.
Brought down by Prince.
For a big play receiver, Gavin Farley. It's not quite 40, as we told you they've had 18 plays of over 40 yards. But it is 37 yards. And Timberlake sets up at the Stanley County 34, 1st and 10. 16-0 Stanley County, but as I say, a lot of game left. 10:49 first half. Receivers split each way. This team can make up 16 points in a big hurry. Rough surface in motion. Snap to Hansen. Grayson trying to run around right end. Has one block, but hemmed in near the sideline and the Timberlake bench. Another good job by Stanley County to really wall him up, as Colden and Prince were able to force him out of bounds after a loss back to the 36. So that'll be a sack. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd and 12 for Timberlake. So there's 2 sacks for the Buffs after they had 8 last Friday night in White River to double their season total. Pistol again for Grayson Hansen. Quick throw left to Farley. Caught it. 35-yard line in. Tackle broken. 30 down near the 28. This will make it 3rd and manageable here for Timberlake. Good quick throw from Hansen to Farley.
Brought down by Prince and Cantu.
Weston Prince, Aaron Cantu in on that play for the Buffs, but the gain is to the 28-yard line of Stanley County for 8. And that makes it 3rd and 4 for Timberlake. They're 1 for 3 on 3rd down. 2 minutes into the second quarter, Stanley County up 16-0. 3rd and 4 Timberlake from left to right. Stanley County 28, left hash wide side right. A receiver split each way. Snap back to Hansen, and he just runs straight ahead. 28, no more. Aaron Cantu grabbed him right away.
Hansen with the carry, brought down by Cantu. And
Great play by Cantu to stop him. He only made it back to the line of scrimmage. Now you would imagine that Timberlake will go for it on 4th down and 4 at the Stanley County 28. They're down 2 scores with 9:27 to go in the first half. They have rideouts here.
Panthers.
And Timberlake's going to use their first Agtegra timeout before this important play. An Agtegra timeout, Acres Ahead to maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. 9:23 left first half in Fort Pierce. Stanley County 16, Timberlake nothing. Back in 30 seconds on 1060 103.1 KGFX. So Timberlake uses their first timeout before this big play for them. They'll be 4th and 4 at Stanley County's 28, down 16-0 to SC. 9:23 remains in the first half.
King and Queen will be determined Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at Parkview.
Grayson Hansen brings his team out. Edward Keller goes wide to the left. And Gavin Farley wide to the right. They send Farley in motion now from right to left. The Buffs follow him. Snap back to Hansen. Throws on the right side. This is caught by Connor, and he is across the 20. That's enough for a first down. Weston Prince made the stop, but the tight end, Curtis Connor, with just his second catch of the year, and it gives Timberlake the first down after a gain of 8. At Stanley County's 20. Timberlake really needed that fourth down conversion. And by the way, they're now 9 of 21 on fourth down conversions this season. Now they're 1st and 10 at Stanley County's 20. Keller a slot left, Farley wide to the left, Ducheneau to the right, now comes in motion to the left. And Hansen looks to Ducheneau, caught at the 25. Cole breaks one tackle but is brought down at around the 17 of yard line of Stanley County by Brock Zabe. And they will spawn him around about the 17 for a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd down and 7. Timberlake's in the red zone. Down 2 scores to Stanley County, 16-0 with 8:25 left in the first half. Glad you're with us. Remember, you can watch it at the KGFX page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app, brought to you by Bauman Lumber. Receiver split each way. Ducheneau in the backfield with Hansen. And a speed sweep. It is loose, and having to fall on it here is Hansen. They tried that sweep. It was never taken in by Ducheneau, and Hansen, an alert play to fall on it just before Rylan Shrake would have. But Hansen did land on the ball, and no gain on that play. And now 3rd down and 7 for Timberlake at Stanley County 17. Keller slot left. That's the wide side by a little. Farley wide left. Ducheneau wide to the right. Empty set here. Snap back to Hansen. Grayson throws down the middle for Farley in the end zone. It's intercepted. Brock Zabe brings it back from his 4 to the 10. 15-20. Here comes a flag. Left side. Zabe is to the 30. Cuts to his 40-yard line. To the 45-yard line. Tackle broken. Zabe's near midfield. As Brock Zabe has his 3rd interception of the year. There is a flag down. It was after Stanley County.
There are flags on the play.
Had the interception, so they'll keep the ball, but they're called for holding.
Looks like holding on the return. Stanley County will keep the ball.
So the interception, Zabe, number 2 for him. But they won't have it at their own 49. They'll instead have it back at inside their 20 or right on the 20-yard line. Nope, it's going to be back at their 10-yard line.
Stanley County takes over 1st and 10 at their 10-yard
So
line.
they lose about 39 yards in field position, and they're 1st and 10 at their 10. That is 7 penalties now on Stanley County. But they have the ball as they stop Timberlake again, the 2nd time that the Panthers have turned the ball over. on first down. Hand off to Brady around the right side. Colton's to his 15, near the 20. He has that first down and forced out of bounds at the Stanley County bench.
Brady with the carry, forced out of bounds by Hansen.
Grayson Hansen was chasing him again, but another good run by Colton Brady. And Stanley County is out.
Stanley County has it first and 10 at their 21 yard
to their
line.
21, a gain of 11. Brady now with 43 yards tonight on 7 carries. 7:02 first half. Stanley County with the ball and a 16-0 lead over Timberlake. First and 10 from their 21. Zabe under center this time. As Brock with a stretch handoff. Brady right side 25, 30. Another first down. Colton's down at his 34.
With the carry, brought down by Hansen.
Brady's chased down by Hansen. Good grief. He's in on about 9 out of every 10 plays, it seems. But Brady runs for another first down for SC for 12 more to his 33. As Colton continues to put up the numbers. And this is after he missed 3 games. Nearly 200 against Sully Buttes. 171 last Friday in the win over White River. And he's at 55 tonight. First and 10 Stanley County from their 33. Left hash wide side right. They move from right to left. Nobody wide. And a pitch to Brady right side. 30-35. Blocked by Richardson. 40 first down. 45-49 down there.
Brady with the carry, brought down.
One good block by
play results in another first down for the Buffaloes. First and 10 at
Cash Richardson. Orson Tremp able to bring him down. But 17 more yards for Brady, and Stanley County sits at midfield. 6:17 first half, 16-0 Stanley County. 9 carries already for Brady. Now he's up to 72 yards. First and 10, right on the midfield stripe for Stanley County on the right hash. Wing right, nobody wide. They run out of the eye. And a pitch left is to Schweitzer this time. A block for Barrett by Brady to the 45-yard line. And he's brought down at the Timberlake 43 by Dan Peterson. Well, got a block to really make that ball work. Statistically, it's give him 7. It's in between the 43 and 44. Second down, a little more than 3. And now the Stanley County running game continues to go well. 114 yards overall for the Buffs tonight on 14 carries. They've outgained Timberlake 187-90 with 5.5 minutes left in the first half, and they're ahead where it counts on the scoreboard, 16-0. Second and 3 at the Timberlake 43. Hand off again, Brady up the middle. Peterson grabs him, but he's still running forward to the 38-yard line of Timberlake. He's down there for a first down.
Play results in a first down for the Buffaloes.
And this wasn't happening for the most part last year up in Timberlake, but this is a team. Maxwell talked about the players who gained experience from playing in that big game a year ago. And they are firing out on the line again. That's what you have to do to make the running game work so well. In the interior, Rogo, Kolda, Baldwin. And they're going against some pretty good-sized guys, too. First and 10, Stanley County, Timberlake 38. Out of the eye again. Play action to Brady. Zabe escapes some pressure, starts running with nobody open. Right sideline, tackle broken. 30-yard line inside there. First down, Stanley County. Mason Bickle finally able to bring him in, but not until a 13-yard gain to the 25-yard line of Timberlake on a first down. And Brock Zabe with good thinking there on his feet. 4:26 in the first half. 16-0 Stanley County. And they're driving. 65 yards on the drive so far. It's in its 7th play. First and 10 at the 25-yard line of Timberlake for the Buffs. Zabe under center. Where is this going? Oh, bad snap, and Zabe had to fall on it.
Zabe falls on the fumble. First Panther there was Dupree.
Don't think
brings up second
Zabe was quite ready for the snap. It's a loss of 2 back to the Timberlake 27. Clock runs 3:50 in the first half. Before our CHS River Plains halftime report, a first half that is flying by. Well, Stanley County has already run the ball with that play 17 times tonight. Lost 2, second and 12 at the Timberlake 27. Zabe under center again. Only Brady in the backfield. And on the counter play to Schweitzer, up the middle, a lot of room. To the 20, to the 15, to the 10, cuts left, to the 5. Touchdown, Stanley County. That counter play to Barrett Schweitzer works again, and here come flags at the end of the play. 1, 2, 3 flags.
Flag on the play.
It was after the play ended, and I think it's on Timberlake for a little bit of pushing Schweitzer in frustration after the play ended. Yep, that's what it is. 27 yards for Barrett Schweitzer, and his 7th rushing touchdown this season. They'll enforce this penalty on the upcoming kickoff. Now it's 22-0. Stanley County has controlled this game and forced a couple of Timberlake turnovers too. They go for 2. Zabe, high snap, and tries to bound ahead, but couldn't get any forward motion going and is brought down at about the 3. But the Stanley County lead is 22. With 3:24 left in the first half, it's now Stanley County 22 and Timberlake nothing. And the Buffalo kickoff is in 30 seconds here on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
When you're in the
Grosenberg Implement wants you prepared for the winter. So, this week's part special is an 8% discount on all engine block heaters. Not sure that you want to tackle the job yourself? Ask a Grosenberg service manager about having their staff install it for you so you know it's done right. See any of the parts professionals this week at any Grosenberg Implement's 9 locations and save 8% on engine block heaters this week.
That is a 90-yard touchdown drive for Stanley County. 8 plays, 345. Barrett Schweitzer ran in the last 27. 2-pointer no good. Remember, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Timberlake here. And the luxury
Panther 45-yard line due to the penalty.
Now for Stanley County is that Aaron Cantu will get to kick off at the Timberlake 45. And, of course, Aaron has had his share of touchbacks this year, and here may be another. Ducheneau waits for it, but it's into the end zone, and here's another touchback by Aaron.
Panthers will take over 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line.
And Timberlake at their 20 with 3:24 left in the first half. All Stanley County. Buffs look impressive on both sides of the ball so far tonight as they lead by a score of 22-0. And again, a lot of game left. But Timberlake's offense, they've had a couple of pretty good-sized plays, but no more than that. They still have 2 timeouts and 3:24 to go, but they've also turned the ball over twice, and they're a -7 now in their turnover ratio this year. They've had only 3 takeaways, and now they're going to call their second timeout. It's an Agtegra timeout. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. So we'll take another break, too. 3:24 still in the first half with Stanley County leading Timberlake 22-0, and back in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Well, the 5th-year Timberlake head coach Ryan Gibble didn't want to use that timeout there because now they're down to only 1 with 3:24 left in the first half. Timberlake down 22-0 to Stanley County. They've been held to 90 yards of offense. Stanley County 230 after just completing that 90-yard scoring drive. From left to right, Timberlake's 1st and 10 at their 20. Pistol for Grayson Hansen, coming off an enormous rushing game last week. He throws on the right flat to Farley, caught 18-20, 25, 27. He's down there by Weston Prince. Good first down pass to Farley. But again, for the most part, big plays not really happening so far. That was 7, and you'd like to do that every time on first down. 2nd and 3, Timberlake from their 27. It was a homecoming win for Timberlake last Friday night at home over Faith, 32-0. And Hansen rushed for 341 yards in that game on a very sloppy field, as it was for everyone last week. 2nd and 3 from their 27. Hansen with a pump fake. Grayson rolls to his right, might have to run. No, he does throw, and on the right sideline, this ball is caught. Good catch there by Farley as Gavin's right out of bounds at his bench, but he has the first down play here for Timberlake to stop the clock at his 34 for a gain of 7. And Timberlake moves the sticks for the 5th time. Stanley County, by the way, has had 11 first downs in this first half. Clock frozen with 2:38 left. Stanley County up 22-0. Timberlake's 1st and 10 from their 34. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Wide sides to the left. Timberlake from left to right. Snap back to Grayson Hansen. Pocket moves to the right. Throw right back down the middle. Caught by Farley. 40 midfield. 40 of Stanley County. Breaks one tackle, then another, and is finally brought in inside the 40 near the 36. Took Aaron Cantu and Weston Prince to bring him in, but this is at the 37-yard line of Stanley County for a first down and a 29-yard play. So again, this team can get yards in chunks, and they set up in Stanley County territory. But this is where they've stalled twice. 1st and 10, Stanley County 37. Hansen in the pistol, receiver each way. He looks to the right, wants either Keller or Farley, incomplete, overthrown for both of them.
Intended for Farley, falls incomplete.
I guess that was for Farley, but there was Edward Keller right there in generally the same area. And they were both overthrown anyway, and it's 2nd down and 10. Hansen now 9 of 11. That's only his 2nd incompletion, 108 yards. Farley has 6 catches for 92 yards. 2nd and 10, Timberlake at Stanley County's 27. 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. They line up at the left hash. 2:09 left in the half, 22-0 Stanley County. Snap back to Hansen. He's at his 40 or the 45-yard line of Stanley County. Hit as he throws and just throws the football away and prevented Aaron Cantu from a sack. Well, that was really all
Cantu with the pressure on the
that Hansen could do there, because Cantu had him dead the rights back at around the 48-yard line. So now, 3rd and 10 for Timberlake at the Stanley County 37. They go into a huddle, and they're about 13 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here they come to the line. Keller slot left, Duchesneau wide to the left, and Farley wide to the right. Farley is in motion from right to left. The fake to him, and it's Hansen up the middle. Never a bad option. 35 down to the 30. That'll make it 4th and short.
Hansen with the carry, brought down by Shrake and Richardson.
Ryland Shrake was in first on the play for SC. Cash Richardson helping at the finish. So it's a gain of 6 to the 31. 4th and 4, Timberlake, with now down to 1:37 in the first half. Stanley County leads 22-0. Timberlake would like points at the end of the half. And remember, they will receive the second half kickoff because they deferred the option in the coin flip. Receiver split each way. Hansen sends a man in motion. That is Keller. Fake to him. And Grayson around left end to the 30, 27, 25 first down. Hansen just pulled it to the left side. Landon Boehm did finally force him out of bounds. Let's see where they spot this. I said he had it. Now I'm not sure. They needed the 27-yard line of Stanley County, and they're going to measure. Now, the chain gang doesn't have to go far because this is right in front of the Stanley County bench. They only have to go about 3 feet. And now they say that he did make it to the line to gain. And Hansen does give Timberlake their 7th first down. They're down to 1:17 left in the half with 1 timeout. Down 22-0 to Stanley County. And now it is a Stanley County timeout. That's their second. An Agtegra timeout. And we'll take it to Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Stanley County 22, Timberlake nothing with 77 seconds left in the first half, and we're back in 30 seconds on KGFX.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Stanley County uses their second timeout before a 1st and 10 play for Timberlake. Good drive for the Panthers so far. This will be the 8th play of it. They've gone 53 yards. So they have one timeout left, 1:17.5 with Stanley County up over Timberlake 22-0. As they meet with the head coach and athletic director at Timberlake, Ryan Gimbel, his 5th year on this job. He's done a good job with this program. Snap is back to Grayson Hansen. In some trouble, throws to the right. One hop in front of Ducheneau, incomplete. To again avoid a sack because Colden was there. Playing nastily again, I guess. And Aaron Cantu was there too, but Hansen got rid of it and avoided the sack. And that'll make it 2nd down and 10, and that stops the clock too with 1:12 left in the first half. Our CHS River Plains halftime report coming up. First half numbers will bring you plenty of scores too at the half. Twins back here on KGFX tomorrow night from Denver against the Colorado Rockies at 6:30. 2 regular season games after tonight left. Ducheneau out of the wing now takes the snap, wants to throw. Ducheneau going for Farley, just overthrew him down the right sideline at the 9-yard line of Stanley County. Cole Ducheneau had lined up on the wing left, came out of that immediately, and after the toss from Farley, Ducheneau, who has pretty good arm, sent it a little too far for Farley. And that'll make it 3rd down and 10 for Timberlake. And, yeah, Ryan Gimbel, we've seen this the last couple of years, not afraid to go deep into the playbook with some interesting plays like that. Now 3rd and 10 at the Stanley County 27 with 1:06 left in the half. Snap is to Hansen and just takes it up the middle, 25, just a couple. As again, they bottle up Hansen, Shrake and Cantu in there.
Down by Shrake and Cantu.
As Ryland is playing a pretty good game this evening. Held Hansen to a couple. 45 seconds left in the half. It's at the 25-yard line of Stanley County. 4th and 8, 39 seconds. Thought Ryan Gimbel might use that last time out right here. He hasn't. Clock still runs with 33 seconds, 32. Timberlake needs to the Stanley County 27. Farley sent in motion. Play fake, throw right, tipped it incomplete. Barrett Schweitzer knocked it down. He was going for Curtis Connor, but Schweitzer batted it away, and Stanley County will have the ball back with 21 seconds to go in the first half. So Stanley County now with a chance, if they can hit a big play. Let's see, they have one timeout to go. And they'll start from their 25, 1st and 10. Well, what do we do? What do we see here from Stanley County? Zabe's going to go under center and hand it off. Pitch it to Brady, left side. Here comes a flag. 25-30. Football's dropped. Picked up by Timberlake.
Brady with the carry.
Gavin Farley ran it back to the 19-yard line of Stanley County. The flag came as the run was made. If it's on Stanley County, Timberlake will decline this and take over the football in the red zone. Yeah, it's a hold. No, it's on Stanley County indeed. And
Panthers take over
the fumble is lost
19-yard line
by Farley, or by Brady, picked up by Farley. And with 12 seconds left, a reprieve here for Timberlake. Farley ran that back to the Stanley County 19-yard line. Snap back to Hansen. Dropped the ball as he tried to throw. Picked it back up. cuts to the right side and is down to around the 17. 5 seconds left, and Timberlake does use, well, no, they don't have to because the flag's down. They don't have to call a timeout because it's a holding call on Timberlake. We have seen some errors in this first half.
Timeout, Timberlake.
Timberlake will indeed call their timeout, but they will not have yardage gained on the play. They call their last timeout with 5 seconds left. But they're going to be back at the Stanley County 29, and it'll be 1st and 20 after the holding penalty. And this is the 5th penalty on Timberlake. Stanley County has had 7, so it has not been the neatest first half of play. So Timberlake uses their last timeout. An Agtegra timeout will keep it here. Acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. The gain was inside the 10, but nope, the holding penalty wipes that out. And Timberlake will be back at the Stanley County 29, 1st and 20. Next Friday night, Lemon McIntosh Cowboys come to Ole Williamson Field for Stanley County's homecoming. 6:30 next Friday night here on KGFX. Buffalo volleyball. What a start. TJ Dragoset's team is off to 11-4. They play Lyman and Presho. That's Monday night on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO at around 7:15. 5 seconds to go. Maybe the last play of this first half. Under center comes Hansen. Toss to the left to Duchesneau. Cole wants to throw again, and he can. And this one is caught by Farley. Breaks the tackle 20 to the 15, and he's brought down inside the 10. It will be a first down, but it'll also end this first half. So Duchesneau finds Farley. Prince with the stop. Down to the 8-yard line, but
the Panthers 0, the Buffaloes 22.
The Buffs were able to hold Timberlake out of the end zone, and we have reached halftime. And on the Wagner Auto scoreboard, a great first half despite the penalties. Otherwise, a great first half for the Stanley County Buffaloes as they go for their 5th win on that Wagner Auto scoreboard at halftime. They have a 22-0 lead over the Timberlake Panthers. Wagner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre since 1907. Stay tuned because the CHS River Points halftime report is coming up for you, and it will include the first half numbers from this game and scores from around central South Dakota. Our halftime report comes your way in 3 minutes. Glad you're with us for high school football at the KGFX page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app and on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union.
Federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Time for this game to be competitive on the scoreboard, but in the first half, Stanley County, well, somewhat in control. Timberlake able to move the ball, but hurt themselves with a couple of turnovers. Stanley County with a 22-0 halftime lead on the Wegner Auto scoreboard at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. I'm David Burnell. Our studio coordinator is Haley Hansen, and we're glad to have you with us. Stanley County did run the ball very well, and that's made the big difference in the first half of this game. In fact, the rushing number is the big one to look at. Stanley County with 232 yards of offense. Timberlake 166, but 159 yards on the ground for Stanley County, and a Timberlake team that averaged 207 yards in the first six and over 7 yards a carry has been held to 37 yards rushing in the first half. They did have 129 yards passing. Stanley County 73. Stanley County with 11 first downs. Timberlake with 8. Timberlake did turn it over twice. Once in a fumble, once in an interception. Stanley County lost a fumble too. Stanley County 2 of 3 on third down. Timberlake 1 of 7, but 2 of 3 on fourth down. Stanley County had the football first and punted. Timberlake drove it from their own 29 to Stanley County's 39, but Hansen lost a fumble. Grayson Hansen, their quarterback. And then Stanley County had a 43-yard sweep touchdown by Brendan Bothwell in their second possession to take an 8-0 lead after a converted two-pointer with 3:08 left in the first quarter. Timberlake went 3 and out on their second possession. And Stanley County with a drive that carried early into the second quarter, 67-yard drive with a 40-yard pass from Zabe to Bothwell, setting up Colton Brady's fourth rushing touchdown of the year from 2 yards out, another two-pointer. 16-0 Stanley County early second. Timberlake again moved the ball from their 27 to the Stanley County 17, but Hansen was intercepted by Brock Zabe, and that set up another great Stanley County drive, a 90-yard drive. They picked up 6 first downs on the drive. The last was on Barrett Schweitzer's 27-yard touchdown run. Two-pointer, no good, but Stanley County up 22-0. Timberlake had it one more time. Again, drove the ball from their 20 to Stanley County's 25, but missed on fourth down. Stanley County then turned it over in their last play of the half. Timberlake had one chance and did move it inside the Stanley County 10 on the last play of the half. But it is Stanley County leading Timberlake at the half here at Ole Williamson Field by a score of 22-0. Other scores tonight, and the winning streak for the Pierre Governors is in big jeopardy because the Brandon Valley Lynx, they lost to the Governors in Brandon last year. Well, right before halftime, Brandon Valley now with a 28-7 lead on Pierre. That's on River 92.7, of course, and this hasn't happened to the Governors in a while, but again, they're facing a good 11A team in Brandon Valley. They are 3-2, but that doesn't take a whole lot away. That competition is very tough in 11 AAA. 11A tonight, Chamberlain. Important game for the Cubs. They're playing Vermilion in the Dakota Dome.
and leading Tom O'Boyle's Tanagers 14-9 with just under a minute left in the first half. That's on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO. Miller Highmore Herald at home tonight. Another tough one for the Rustlers. They're taking on fourth-ranked Elk Point Jefferson, and it's all EPJ, 35-3 just before halftime. Top-ranked Winter trying to stay unbeaten at home, and they're leading Bridgewater Emory Ethan only by 8-6 at halftime. That is a rematch of recent state championship games, of course. Mobridge Pollock having to host a very good Woonsocket Wessington Spring Sanborn Central Blackhawk team tonight in Mobridge. And WWSSC is leading Mobridge Pollock at the half 18-0. That's on Star 99 in Mobridge. Games involving 9 AA teams. Platte Geddes looking for win number 5 in a row at home, leading Wolsey Wessington to the half 14-0. And Kimball Whitelake with a good start, leading Del Rapids St. Mary at home 29-6. That game is just before halftime. And other games involving Central South Dakota schools. Lyman, coming off their first loss of the season last week, leads Bennett County just before the end of the first quarter in Lyman, 6-0. Gregory at Parkston, and Parkston's, of course, top-ranked, and the Gorillas are having a rough night. 44-0 Parkston, that's at the half. Phillip trying to start 6-0 for the first time in 9 years, and they're leading Kadoka area 7-0 just before the end of the first quarter. 9B, Harriet Selby area over Northwestern 53-0. That is midway through the second quarter. Faulkton area all over Faith 40-0 with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Potter County trailing in Frederick to Leola Frederick area 28-13 with a minute left in the first half. That is on 100.7 KMLO. And that is some of what is happening tonight with Central South Dakota teams in high school football. We'll continue to update you as the evening continues. But we're not far from the second half of action here at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. That's the CHS River Plains halftime report. Stanley County in control so far, but still have to play. Stanley County leads Timberlake 22-0. Let's take a 90-second break, and then we'll come back with the second half from Fort Pierre here on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
The corner station. The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Fort Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Buffaloes!
Timberlake will receive the second half kickoff in a very important drive for them because they trail Stanley County at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre 22-0.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pierre. Rebroadcasting on K276 GT 103.1 FM, Fort Pierre. Put the phone down, focus on driving.
And again, the big number in the first half, we told you about it, but let's repeat it for emphasis, the running game. Stanley County, 159 yards of offense, held Timberlake to 37 yards, held Hanson to 40. I didn't give you individual numbers. Grayson Hanson for Timberlake, 14 carries, 40 yards rushing. Passing for Grayson, 9 of 13, 108. Cole Duchino, 1 for 3 for 21. Gavin Farley did have a big first half receiving, 7 catches for 113 yards. Colton Brady, 10 carries, 77 yards to lead Stanley County on the ground in the first half. Brendan Bothwell, 2 carries, 43. Of course, the 43 came on that touchdown run. Barrett Schweitzer, 3 carries, 39 yards, including that 27-yard touchdown run. And Brock Zabe, 3 for -2. Zabe passing 2 of 4, 40 yards. Frost, 1 for 1. That was, of course, the 33-yarder to Zabe. Bothwell with 1 catch. Brady with 1 catch. As we have our numbers here, Weston Prince has had a big first half. 8 tackles, 5 solo, and 2 more sacks in this first half for Stanley County. 1 for Schweitzer and a half a sack for Prince and Colda. Aaron Cantu with a good first half also with 7 tackles. But before, another thing to note, we saw Landon Lemberg, the tight end and defensive lineman for Timberlake, walk down to his team's huddle slowly, and right now, as the rest of his teammates warm up, Lemberg, the 5'10", 190-pound junior, is sitting on the bench. So we wonder if we will see Landon the rest of this game. But in any case, this, as we say, is a crucial drive for Timberlake. They need to move the football here as they'll receive the second half kickoff. A reminder again that Lemon McIntosh comes to Ole Williamson Field for Stanley County's homecoming next Friday night. Of course, it's right here on 1060 103.1 KGFX with coverage beginning at 6:30. But also, if you are coming here, don't forget you can eat well in the gravel parking lot with hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, cookies, soda, or water. $6 starting at 5:30 next Friday, with all the proceeds going to the SC track and field team. Meyer Meats provides the meat, Coca-Cola with the soft drinks, and the tents and grill provided by the South Dakota Army National Guard. That is next Friday, homecoming with Lemon McIntosh in town. The coronation happens Tuesday, I understand, at Parkview Auditorium. So a big week next week for Stanley County for homecoming. Now, Twins baseball will be back here on KGFX tomorrow evening from Denver against the Colorado Rockies, where the Twins lead the Rockies 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th tonight. Last 2 regular season games this weekend, and then the National League, the National League 2, but the Twins will play in the American League Wild Card Series with all the games at Target Field in the best of 3, starting on Tuesday. Game 2 Wednesday. Game 3, if it's needed, will be on Thursday. And, of course, you'll hear it right here on your home for Twins baseball, 1060 103.1 KGFX. We, of course, don't know the opponent. We don't know the time of the Tuesday game. And that all will be said after the regular season ends on Sunday. But now we're ready for the second half of football here with Stanley County to kick off the Timberlake as the Buffs have a 22-0 lead. Edward Keller goes back deep for Timberlake at around his own to 11, waiting the kick of Aaron Cantu. And the second half kickoff is brought to you by Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. Stanley County, purple tops, gold pants, white helmets with the Buffalo logo from left to right. Timberlake, white tops, maroon pants and numerals, and solid maroon helmets. The kick comes to Duchino. Cole at his 19, 20, 25, 30, down near his 33-yard line. As Duchino was brought in by Aaron Cantu, the kicker down there, to make the stop. So that is where Timberlake will start at their 33 in a vital drive for the Panthers at 4-2, 12th in the seed point standings in 9A, and down 22 in this game. Farley wide to the right with his 7 catches. Edward Keller is wide to the left. Wide side to the right. Player nearly jumped for Stanley County, came back, throwing the right flat. Farley makes the catch to his 33. Not much, though. Maybe the 34, but no more. As right in there was Noah Baldwin coming back to make that stop. And yes, only a yard on the first down play. And that'll make it second down and 9 from their 34 for Timberlake. Third quarter, Timberlake moving from right to left, from south to north, or from north to south, I should say. North is that way, David. Cole Ducheneau takes the handoff, looks for room. He's just not going to find it, and he's swarmed back inside the 30-yard line. Ducheneau tried to cut right, then cut left, and Brock Zabe led the charge there and smothered Ducheneau. Cole back at his 28 for a loss of 6. And Timberlake not in a good spot again. They're 3rd down and 15. And they were only 1 of 7 on 3rd down in the first half. Ducheneau is a wing to the right. 2 men to the wide side left. In the slot is Keller. Wide is Gavin Farley. Empty backfield, pistol formation for Grayson Hansen, the quarterback, and movement in the line of scrimmage. And they're going to let the play go through. And Hansen is stopped.
By Baldwin.
Baldwin is there to stop him. Why was the play allowed to go on? If there's movement in the line of scrimmage, just about always that play is stopped, but it wasn't there.
Illegal shift.
And it was an illegal shift. It's going to be declined. So Stanley County has another sack. That's their 3rd of this game of Hansen. It's 5 yards back to the 23. 4th down, of course, the punter is Hansen, but again, you wouldn't imagine anything funny here. In fact, Brendan Bothwell is back deep at his 43. Field position should be good here. For Stanley County, that was nearly blocked. Bothwell runs up to midfield forward and got smashed. Ooh, Dan Peterson immediately sent Brendan Bothwell to the turf on a good, hard hit. Dan Peterson. And when he hits you, you know it. He's a 5'11", 225-pound senior. But Stanley County will start at midfield with 10-11 left in the 3rd and up 22-0. So in a drive where Timberlake needed to do something, they went 3 and out again as the Stanley County defense continues to do the job. And Brock Zabe sets the Buffs from left to right up at midfield on 1st and 10. Under center is Brock. Handoff, it is to Brady. Big hole, right guard, 45, 40, 1st down, right sideline, 35, fights another man off, 30, 25, another tackle broken, 10, 5, touchdown, he stayed in bounds. A big stiff arm sent Cole Ducheneau to the turf, and Colton Brady said, I'm done with the rest of you, and I'm gone. Colton Brady's 2nd touchdown run of the game, his 5th of the year, and a 1-play drive put Stanley County up by 4 scores. And that was some muscle by Colton Brady. Ducheneau, he's not enormous, but he's 5'10" and 160, and Brady just discarded him. 28-0 Stanley County. As the Buffaloes coming up with big plays again. They'll go for 2 at the end to our right, the north end. Zabe with the snap, throws it right to Bothwell. He catches it and waltzes into the end zone. We'll take a break. 9:59 left, 3rd quarter at Ole Williamson Field. Now it is Stanley County 30. Timberlake nothing. No, I didn't expect this. Back in 30 seconds on KGFX.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
By Colton Brady, who were told by a man who should know, Scott Vandenhimmel, who, of course, is the track and field and cross-country coach for Stanley County. He's telling me that Colton added 80 yards in a squat. Boy, he showed some strength there with that stiff arm. 30-0 Stanley County in front after the 2-point conversion was good, too. Line drive kick sends Ducheneau back to around his 8-yard line. Cuts right 10, 15. 20. Blocked for him. Here come the Buffs now. He made it to his 28.
Ducheneau with the return.
Wrapped up there by Q Bourne.
Brought down by
Bourne was first,
Bourne
and then
Bain.
others followed. And Timberlake,
Take over 1st and 10.
well,
at
it's
their 30
dire
yard line.
straits now for Ryan Gimbel's team. They'll start at their 29-yard
You
line.
have a flag on the play.
Up, hang on, there's a flag, and it's a
block in the back.
block in the back on Timberlake, so that will worsen the Panthers' field position.
At their
In fact, they'll be
19-yard
back at their 19-yard line. By the way, Buffalo cross country tomorrow. Speaking of Scotty and his team, they head to Highmore for the Action Club meet. That's tomorrow. Of course, many teams from the area there. So Timberlake, 1st and 10 from their 19, now down 30. Snap back to Grayson Hansen. Being chased, throws to the right. Catch is made, but it's going to be for a loss. As Barrett Schweitzer got in and wouldn't let that receiver turn the corner. That's Farley with another catch.
Farley brought down by Schweitzer.
But the loss is back to the to the 17-yard line. A loss 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 12. So that is now 9 catches for Farley. But that one lost yardage. 2nd down and 12 from their 17 for Timberlake. 30-0 Stanley County, 9:05 in the third. And again, I'll say, I didn't expect this. Hansen takes the snap. Empty backfield. Here comes some pressure. Throws down the middle. Deflected, knocked down, incomplete, nearly intercepted. Zabe was there. Boehm was there. And
Hansen's pass is knocked down by Boehm and Zabe.
Noah Baldwin laid him low as he threw the ball. And that will make it 3rd down and 12 for Timberlake from their 17, and now their offense is a little stuck. 154 yards of offense. They averaged 367 in their first 6. Snap back to Grayson Hansen. Rolls to the left, takes the pocket that way, and a little flick to the left is incomplete, as again the pressure was on him. This time by Kolda, and he overthrew Farley. And
brings up 4th down for the Panthers.
These guys are going to be seeing, as most other teams are, Kolda in their sleep. Cases all over it again. And again, 4th down for Timberlake, as again the Panthers go, it appears, 3 and out. And Stanley County again proving defense is their calling card. A team with a whole lot of offense coming in. But the Buffs have slowed it down, and the pressure they're putting on the quarterback again. Brendan Bothwell waits at his 47. Snap to Hansen, and that got blocked! And into the end zone. Kolda had the block. Who's going to fall on this? Schweitzer does! Touchdown, Stanley County.
Covered in the end zone for a touchdown by the Buffalo.
Case Kolda blocked it. Barrett Schweitzer recovered it for the Stanley County touchdown. Special teams comes through, and nobody was stopping Kolda there. He got in, and Hansen was barely able to even start the punt motion before Kolda smothered it, and Barrett Schweitzer, as the ball rolled loose for a second, was able to fall on it for the touchdown. 36-0 Stanley County. They go for 2 again, and now we'll have a running clock, and I never thought that would happen in this game. Wow. Snap to Zabe. Breaks away from a tackle, still trying to move his way forward. Rough surface got a hand on him. Stopped short.
Good. There is a flag on the play. Holding.
A flag is called, and it's holding on Stanley County. Actually, Zabe did make it, so you would think Timberlake will take the penalty here, and they will. So Stanley County will have to try it from 10 yards further back. But it is now 36-0 for Stanley County. I don't think anyone Least of all, the Timberlake Panthers could have seen this coming, but I bet there are guys wearing purple and gold that thought this could happen, and they're making it happen. And their special teams come through with that score. So back from the 13, they'll try the 2-point conversion. And they have a receiver to each side now, and a slot to the left, that's Bothwell. And Zabe goes for Frost, and he dropped it in the end zone. But Stanley County widens their lead. We'll take a break. 8:38 left in the third. It's now Stanley County 36, Timberlake nothing. Back with the Stanley County kickoff in 30 seconds on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The block punt by Case Colden led to Barrett Schweitzer landing on it in the end zone for a touchdown. The 2-pointer no good, but Stanley County with a 36-point lead. And again, I cannot believe there was going to be a running clock for the rest of this game, at least as long as the lead stays like this. But at least for now, there will, as Stanley County has taken this game by the neck. Aaron Cantu will kick. Ducheneau and Keller wait back at around their 11. Ducheneau is under it at his 12. Cole always limping. Oh, no. They're going to bring him down at the 15. He took one step and started hobbling. Oh, brother, what else can go wrong for this Timberlake team tonight? And Ducheneau, a very important player for them, will have to come out. 8:20 in the third, 36-0. Clock will be stopped while the injured player Ducheneau is tended to, and they have to, he's back flat on his back now. I mean, he took one step and started hobbling. So an injury timeout, an Integra timeout. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Integra Cooperative today. I don't know what happened to Cole, but they're happy to help him up now. We told you Landon Lemberg left the field slowly. He sat on the bench this whole second half. Oh, and now they're having to carry Cole Ducheneau off the field. This is too bad. This is a pretty neat athlete in his own right. He's rushed for 3 scores, caught 2 passes this year for touchdowns, and thrown a touchdown pass. Timberlake at their 20, not the 15, so it was an 8-yard run back for Ducheneau before he got hurt. So that clock runs with the running clock rule. 8:05 in the third, 36-0 Stanley County. They lost 40-0 in Timberlake 2 years ago. As we told you, lost in overtime last year, 22-20. That's the sort of game we expected tonight, but up to now it hasn't happened. Grayson Hansen now under center on 1st and 10 for Timberlake from their 20. And a pitch left. This is to Edward Keller, and he's brought down for a loss. Brock Zabe and Barrett Schweitzer combined to stop him. Actually, though, spotted back at the 15. That's a 5-yard loss. And now the rushing number. This is something down to 21 yards for Timberlake on 19 carries. Again, they averaged 207 yards rushing and over 7.5 yards per play on the ground in their first 6 games. Again, a team that had averaged over 10 yards a snap. They're not doing that tonight, only 3.8. 2nd and 15, Timberlake from their 15. 7 minutes in the third. A toss right, it is to, well, it's Hansen. And Hansen couldn't turn the corner.
Brought down by Kolda and
others. Brought down for a loss. Kolda was in first on the play. Hansen with a keeper. And he is brought back down to his 14. That'll make it 3rd and 16 for Timberlake. And they try to run up the middle now. near the original line of scrimmage, but not quite by Keller.
Keller with the carry, brought down by Baldwin.
Baldwin was in first. Keller did gain it up to the 19 for 5, but it's 4th and 11, and Ryan Gimble may just want to say, look, let's just keep running and get this over with now, because it's not been the night they expected. Timberlake after this host of good Harding County Bison team in their final game of the regular season. That is next week. The last week of the regular season will be their bye week. Hansen, punt formation, kicked it off the top of his foot. It's going to land in Timberlake territory in between the 40 and 39. Call it the 39. 5:34 left in the third. And of course, that clock keeps running. And Stanley County spotted at the 40, actually, and that's where Stanley County will begin at the Timberlake 40. Up 36-0. We saw some younger players get in the fourth quarter last week. Prince played quarterback briefly. Younger players got to carry the ball. We'll see if that happens in the fourth quarter of this game. But Stanley County got it to a running clock. Timberlake had chances to move the ball, but a couple of turnovers hurt them in the first half. 1st and 10 Stanley County at the Timberlake 40. Right hash wide side left. And they hand off to Brady down the left side, trying to work his way around Curtis Connor, but he won't let him turn that corner. A loss for Brady. That hasn't happened very much this year, but sophomore Curtis Connor made a very good play there. The loss is 3 yards back to the Timberlake 43. It'll be 2nd down and 13. But Brady's still having another big night, 13 carries, 126 yards. As the Buffs, who came in averaging 208 yards on the ground, have 206 right now, 4:15 in the third. And Stanley County taking their time, well on their way, it appears, to win number 5 before Lemon McIntosh comes in for homecoming next Friday night, the final regular season home game. And a counter play. This is Schweitzer through right guard, 40, 35. He's down near the 32 or 31. Keller is able to break the stop. Another good run by Schweitzer on that counter play. That's a 12-yard gain to the 31 to set up 3rd down and a yard. And Schweitzer now has 51 yards on 4 carries. By the way, Canton Hunt was at the quarterback position on that last series, and they sent Hansen wide, and Canton Hunt continues to warm up on the sideline, so they'll give the freshman a chance to line up at quarterback. Timberlake will. 3rd down and a yard for Stanley County at the 31 of Timberlake, 3:19 in the third. The Buffs up 36-0 over Timberlake's Panthers. Wing left, double wing left, Zabes under center. Pitch left to Brady. Once a Richardson block, just puts his head down, runs across the 30 and to the 25, and Stanley County moves the 6 once again.
With the carry, brought down by Peterson. Play results in a 1st down.
Another meeting with Dan Peterson, who's made some nice plays tonight.
1st and 10 at the
But Brady runs for 7 to the Timberlake 24. Now 133 for Brady. Another 100-yard outing for Colton, his 3rd. He's nearing 600 yards and has played in this is just his 3rd game, of course. 2:32 in the third. Stanley County's 1st and 10 at Timberlake's 24, up 36-0. 2:25 third quarter. Zabe under center with a wing right. They run out of the eye. Traditional look. Hand off to Brady at right guard. He is to the 20 and breaks a tackle to the 15, carrying tacklers with him. 10, 5, down to the 4. He carried 3 tacklers with him the last 4 yards of that run.
Brady with the carry.
More proof.
Ruled down by forward progress.
Of how Brady has improved his strength.
Panthers 6-yard line.
Spot him at the 6. 18 more for Brady, and it's 1st and goal. 1:43 left in the third quarter with Stanley County leading 36-0. 151 now for Colton. 151 yards on 15 carries and the 2 scores. Zabe under center. They're taking all the time they can, waiting for the bat judge to count it down from 5. Zabe takes the snap on first to goal. Pitch left to Brady, trying to move around left end. And he swarmed this time. Only made it to around the 5 as he couldn't turn the corner on the left side as Grayson Hansen
down to the Panther 1 yard line.
Was able to stop him. He was able to move forward to around the 2-yard line, so he did gain 4. 51 seconds left in the third as the clock continues to run. Second down and goal for Stanley County. Up 36-0 on Timberlake. Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm sure the people from Timberlake are too. Zabe under center. Yeah, handed to Brady. Why not? Right up the middle. Touchdown, Stanley County. The third of the game for Colton Brady.
Brady with the carry.
So Stanley County eats up just over 5 minutes. And Brady has his third rushing score of the night. All 5 offensive touchdowns for Stanley County on the ground. They did have the special team score, 2 on the block punt. And it is 42-0 for Stanley County. Zabe under center as they again go for 2. Still haven't tried a placement all year. And Zabe fakes the handoff, just pushes his way through right guard and into the end zone. And we'll take a break. 31 seconds left third quarter. Now it is Stanley County 44, Timberlake nothing, and we're back in 30 seconds on 1060 103.1 KGFX. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. And all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378. Stanley County goes 40 yards in 6 plays, takes 5:03. Colton Brady's third touchdown run of the night from 2 yards, and the 2-point run by Brock Zabe, 44-0 Stanley County, meaning they can end this early if they hold Timberlake and score another touchdown. And again, something you never would have dreamed would have happened in this game, but you never know about sports, do you? Aaron Cantu will kick. Edward Keller waiting back at around his own 10. Line drive kick. And it's Duchesneau. Good to see him back out there. Take it to the 7 to the 10, 15, 20, and no more. Yeah, Duchesneau really looked in bad shape a while ago, so good to see him back out there.
Panthers start first and 10.
Landon Bame and Q Bourne able to bring Cole Duchesneau down at the 20. And that'll end the third quarter of play. Through 3 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard, it's Stanley County 44, Timberlake nothing. Wagner Auto, the one place to go. Back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute from Ole Williamson Field on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Stanley County is well on their way to a 5-1 start before Lemon McIntosh comes in for homecoming next Friday night. They're up 44-0 on Timberlake as the fourth quarter is about to begin at Louis Williamson Field. I'm David Burrell. Studio coordinator is Haley Hansen. Brian Menning taking care of the video. Remember, watch it at the KGFX page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app, brought to you by Bauman Lumber. And Bauman Lumber also brings you our player of the game. We'll tell you who gets the T-shirt in our Family Dental Appear in Gettysburg postgame show. Well, we do see Canton Hunt out there again in the quarterback position, although Hansen is still out there. He's lining up in the backfield this time. But Canton Hunt, the freshman, is under center. And they just go off tackle here with Ducheneau.
Ducheneau with the carry, brought down
Cole
by Frost.
For about 3 to his 23 before the hit was made by Blaze Frost. Back to the line quickly, Timberlake, 2nd down and 7 from their 23. Throw left, Hunt completes it. This is another catch for Farley, and he's brought in on an ankle tackle.
Complete to Farley. Deal on the tackle.
And around his 27, Paxton Deal, who got hurt during the warm-up, but he's out there now. Made the stop on Farley, but Gavin has another catch. That's for 5 yards to Timberlake's 28, 3rd and 2. That's 10 catches for Farley, 117 yards. 3rd and 2, Timberlake from their 28. A minute into the fourth quarter, Stanley County up 44-0. Canton Hunt, the freshman, under center for the Panthers. And they hand it off, and up the middle comes Hansen taking the handoff. He is to his 30, should be enough for the first down. Hugh Bourne made the stop, but Timberlake's going to move the sticks as Hansen ran for 2 on his 17th carry of the night for 36 yards. But again, the total rushing number for Timberlake, only 30 yards tonight. And well, there's the game in a nutshell right there. That's part of the reason Stanley County has the big advantage. 10:22 left. They're up over Timberlake 44-0. Timberlake's 1st and 10 from their 30. Canton Hunt looks over the 3-man front, and the freshman's back to throw. Going long right once Keller, and it's incomplete. Or is it picked? It is picked. A collision there. Deal and Bothwell collided, and Deal had the pick. How about that? Paxton Deal with the interception. That's number 9 for Stanley County this season. And Deal takes it in at the Timberlake 49-yard line as that clock, of course, continues to run. Now under 9.5 minutes to go. Third turnover by Timberlake, and now Stanley County knows if they score a touchdown here, that would wrap it up a little bit early. 44-0, Stanley County. As the Buffaloes, in a different way, as dominant as they were last week against White River. They held White River to negative yardage. That hasn't been the case for Timberlake as they've been able to throw the ball, but boy, the Panther running game's been shut down. And Stanley County lets some more time run off the clock. Now they'll take an Agtegra timeout, and so will we. Acres ahead. Can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. 8:57 left. Stanley County leads Timberlake at Ole Williamson Field 44-0. And we're back in 30 seconds on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Stanley County will start at Timberlake's 49 with 8:57 left. 1st and 10 leading 44-0. They'll take their time with every play. Weston Prince, they do have youngsters in on offense now. As Weston Prince is in at quarterback and hands it off on the first down play. Landon Boehm has the carry down to around the 44-yard line of Timberlake for 5 more. So The youngsters on offense got to play at the end of the White River game last week, and they do again. 8:39 left. Twins back here on KGFX tomorrow night against the Colorado Rockies in Denver at 6:30, then 1 o'clock on Sunday to close the regular season before the American League Wildcard Series opens Tuesday here on KGFX. Vikings football at Carolina means they're facing Adam Thielen. 11 a.m. Sunday on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO, and 100.7 KMLO. 2nd and 5 for Stanley County at Timberlake's 44. Weston Prince getting a chance to play quarterback again. And a pitch right, Landon Bain in some trouble. He breaks away from a tackle on the right sideline. He ended up gaining a little bit on that play.
Bain with the carry.
Out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds by Hansen and others.
Grayson Hansen was there. Looked like Brody Ellison had him for a loss, and Landon ended up running that for a couple of yards to the 42-yard line of Timberlake. That clock keeps running, 7:40 left. Stanley County 3rd and 3 at Timberlake's 42. Buffs 3 of 4 on 3rd down tonight. They're going to win. They lead 44-0 over Timberlake. Stanley County, I'm sure, isn't shocked by this result, but I know a lot of observers will be, and I'm one of them. Prince under center, Bame in the backfield. Wing to the right. Weston hands off. Bame again. First down. Keeps the pile moving. 39, 37, maybe the 36.
Bame with the carry.
Dan Peterson with a hand
by Peterson
on him, but Landon Bame
Bickle
carries it to the 36-yard line for Stanley County's 15th first down tonight, and now 262 yards rushing for Stanley County. Colton Brady's going to end with 157 on 17 carries, presuming he does not play again, and I wouldn't think he would. Whit Myers is on the field for Stanley County. Alex Hughes getting a chance to play. Weston Prince going back to Bame says, here's what I want to do. No, you go here. And Bame says, get under center, man. Stop wasting time. Stanley County will take their second Agtegra timeout of this second half. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. We'll take it to 6:24 left. Stanley County leads over Timberlake 44-0 at Ole Williamson Field. Back in 30 seconds on KGFX.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Calvin Grandin, Coy Ludeman, Logan Anderson, the freshman among those on the field for Stanley County. Bo Van Wy also, the sophomore out there. Weston Prince is under center on 1st and 10 for Stanley County at the Timberlake 36. And a pitch left is loose. It's fumbled, and Timberlake falls on it as Mason Bickle makes the recovery with 6:13 left. Well, that was maybe a little ambitious.
Over 1st and 10 at their 39-yard line.
But on the pitch, that didn't go anywhere, and it is the recovery made by Mason Bickle, 8th grader. How about that? An 8th grader getting a chance to play. It's possible to be done because it's allowed, but you don't see a lot of 8th graders playing varsity football. Canton Hunt again at quarterback for Timberlake, and again they're just going off tackle, and they run with Ducheneau. He gained a yard maybe, but no more.
Ducheneau with the carry. Freitag with the stop.
And Keegan Freitag, who's had his chance to make some plays when he played this year, held into a gain of a yard. So Stanley County with their second turnover of this game. Second down and 8 at their 41-yard line for Timberlake with 4:59 left. Stanley County up 44-0. Pitch, this is to Edward Keller. He is wrapped up and brought down. Landon Bame
Keller with the carry.
made an excellent play to stop Edward Keller. And back to the 40. That'll make it third down. The original line of scrimmage, by the way, was the 40. So it is third down and 9 here for Timberlake. Clock keeps running, 4:22 left. A throw right by Hunt. Another catch here for Farley. Gavin to the 40, to the 45, but no more as he is pursued well on the right side by Weston Prince.
To Farley, brought down by Prince.
Held him to a gain of 5 to the 45. And it'll be 4th and 4 for Timberlake, maybe with the ball for the last time with 3:55 left. Down 44 to nothing. Now they'll send a receiver split each way. Kenton Hunt, the freshman, in at quarterback. Man in motion, fake to him. Hunt steps up in the pocket, throws left, caught rough surface, 35, 30, 20-yard line of Stanley County down the left sideline, 10, 5, touchdown. Oh, well thrown there from Canton Hunt to Aiden rough surface.
For the touchdown.
And Hunt has the touchdown pass for 55 yards in the score, and it will not be a shutout tonight. And Stanley County's lead is now 34-6. Well, good hesitation. A little bit of a play fake there by Canton Hunt. And Aiden rough surface just ran a little wheel route down the left side and was wide open. Well done there by Timberlake. And at least they can go home with that little bit of satisfaction that they won't be shut out. Gavin Farley will try the extra point. He is 10 of 15 this year after a Timberlake timeout. We'll keep it here. For this Agtegra timeout, Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. In our postgame, our Family Dental Appear in Gettysburg postgame, we'll name our Bauman Lumber player of the game. The final numbers from this game. We'll go over other scores, too, including the one of interest across the river. And again, the winning streak of the Pier Governors is...
Fans, once again, Blake Norman won the Whose Line Is It Anyway
in
at the end of the third quarter.
Pretty serious jeopardy.
He donated the proceeds back to the
Buffs were, the Governors, that is, were down at the half to Brandon Valley at 28-7, and that's what the score remains in Brandon Valley's favor. Middle of the third quarter, that's on River 92-7. So it is Farley out to try the extra point. The holder is Cole Ducheneau. And Dan Peterson snaps it back. Snap good, the hole good. And the kick on the way. And it is good. And we'll take time out. With 3:34 left in the fourth, Stanley County now leads Timberlake 44-7. And back in 30 seconds here on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Scoring drive for Timberlake. They go 61 yards in 4 plays, take 239. Canton Hunt found Aiden rough surface for the 45-yard score.
Against my better judgment.
The freshman throwing it to the senior and putting Timberlake on the board. And the extra point by Gavin Farley cuts the Stanley County lead to 44-7 with 3:34 to play. And Canton Hunt will now kick off. Shorter kick. Cantu takes it at his 35 and just falls down right there.
Cantu recovers the kickoff. Buffaloes will start.
And that clock will start running, and Stanley County will do everything they can. Now just to run it out. 3:20 to go. Again, it's Lemon McIntosh, the Cowboys, here for homecoming next Friday night on our airtime 6:30 here on KGFX. And again, you can eat well at the north end, starting at 5:30 with hamburger, hot dogs, chips, cookie, soft drink, or water at $6 next Friday night late Friday afternoon, actually, starting at 5:30. So come hungry. Weston Prince under center for Stanley County from their 35. 1st and 10. And they hand it off across the 40 and down to the 42-yard line, keeping it on the ground.
Brady with the carry.
And Brady, how about that? Didn't expect to see him again, but there he is.
Down by Lawrence and Gill.
Win Lawrence, the first in on the play. So Brady has carry number 18. And he gained 7 yards, so now 164 for Colton on 18 carries. 2:18 left. 2nd and 3 for SC. They're at their 42 from right to left. They have shut down the Timberlake running game and run away with this one. Prince under center. Or Zabe's back in there. They've got the whole first team back out there. How about that? But Boehm is the one who takes the handoff this time. Breaks a tackle. He's at midfield to the 40 and pushed out of bounds.
Boehm with the carry.
Landon
Pushed out of bounds by Ellison.
with a good run there all the way to the 40-yard line of Timberlake.
Play results in a first down.
Landon Boehm with an excellent run.
At the Panther 40-yard line.
That's an 18-yard carry for Landon. Yeah, Zabe's back out there. Yep. The carry just a moment ago by Brady. Schweitzer's back out there. Brady now is not out there. Boehm took his place. We're down to 1:20 left. Stanley County just to run out that time and then officially make it a 5-1 start to this season before Lemon McIntosh comes in for homecoming next week.
Timeout.
Whistles stop play. In fact, Stanley County calls their last timeout with 1:12 left, so we'll keep it here while this Agtegra timeout is taken. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Well, this won't be helpful for Timberlake. Obviously, no loss is, but they started this night at number 12 in the seed point standings in 9A. Their chances of, if there were any, of hosting a first-round playoff game go right out the window. And Stanley County certainly helps their chances to do so. They started this night at number 8 in the 9AA seed point standings. Remember, the top 8 host first-round playoff games on the 19th of October. It'll be here before we know it. And Levi Wagner-Erno has come into the backfield here. The big 200-pounder is in the backfield. Zabe under center. He's just going to kneel down. He'll only have to do this probably one more time, and that'll be that. And Stanley County with a most impressive
Ladies
win.
and gentlemen, checking into the game, number 70, senior Levi Erno Wagner, his first snap for the year.
Levi, as you may have heard Scotty Vanden Hemel say, out there for the first time all season. 48 seconds left as the clock continues to run. Plenty of drama in Timberlake last year, but Stanley County took the drama away from this game in the second quarter, especially tonight. They only have to kneel down one more time. Zabe, 25 seconds left. Waits for the back judge to start his count from 5, which he does now. Kneels down, and that'll be that. And the Stanley County Buffaloes, most impressive on both sides of the ball again, but the offense shutting down a very, very good Timberlake running game, and Stanley County with win number 5. Our final score on the Wagner Auto scoreboard at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. The Stanley County Buffaloes 44, the Timberlake Panthers 7. Stanley County improves to 5-1. Timberlake is now 4-3. Stay tuned for the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg postgame. We'll have the numbers from this game. We'll name our Bauman Lumber player of the game and look at other scores. Our postgame comes your way in 2 minutes from Fort Pierre on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Looking for top-notch printing services? Choose Preferred Printing, your South Dakota Union printer. We provide mailing services, create banners, vehicle decals, stationery and business forms, event materials including specialty items, apparel, and more. Our skilled team brings your vision to life with exceptional quality and attention to detail. And as a locally veteran-owned shop, we're dedicated to serving our community. Experience the difference with Preferred Printing. Visit us at preferredsd.com or call 605-333-0535 today.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Not that Stanley County won is surprising, but how they did it was surprising, dominating the Timberlake Panthers in a 44-7 victory at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. After the Buffs had lost in Timberlake the last couple of seasons, including an overtime loss a year ago, but they dominated the game, at least with running the ball tonight. That really turned out, again, we go back to it, but that's the big difference in this game. Stanley County scored the second time they had the football, a Brendan Bothwell 43-yard touchdown late in the first quarter, up 8-0 after the two-pointer worked. And then early in the second quarter, Colton Brady with the first of his 3 scores tonight from 2 yards out. And Stanley County again with a 2-point conversion, and they led 16-0. Barrett Schweitzer with a 27-yard run with 3:24 left in the half. 22-0 Stanley County. That completed a 90-yard drive. And meanwhile, Timberlake had turned it over a couple of times in the first half, just couldn't get the offense going. Brady with another touchdown run. This one of 50 yards on Stanley County's first possession of the second half. 30-0 after they went for 2 and made it. And then special teams just over a minute later with Case called up blocking a Grayson Hansen punt, and Barrett Schweitzer landed on in the end zone for a touchdown. 36-0 after the two-pointer, no good. Brady's third touchdown came with 31 seconds left in the third from 2 yards out. 44-0 Stanley County after they went for 2 and made it again. But Timberlake averted the shutout when Canson Hunt threw a 55-yard touchdown pass to Aiden Ruff's surface with 3:34 remaining. And the final tally is 44-7, Stanley County over Timberlake. And Stanley County outgained Timberlake tonight, 354-224, had 16 first downs to Timberlake 10. Again, the number that is the difference. Stanley County had 281 yards rushing in this game. Timberlake only 31. 73 yards passing for Stanley County, 193 for Timberlake, who actually ran 10 more plays than Stanley County did. Couple of turnovers by Timberlake, couple of turnovers by Stanley County, too. Buffs did go 4 out of 5 on third down tonight. Timberlake only 2 of 12. The Panthers were 3 of 4 on fourth down. Individually, another huge night for Colton Brady. 164 yards on 18 carries in the 3 scores. 4 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown for Barrett Schweitzer. Brendan Bothwell, 2 carries, including the 43-yard touchdown, 43 yards total. Landon Boehm late had 4 carries for 31. Brock Zabe, 3 for -2. Weston Prince, 1 for -4. Zabe was 2 of 4 passing for 40 yards. Blaze Frost, 1 of 1 for 33. Bothwell had 1 catch. Zabe caught the pass from Frost. Colton Brady had 1 catch, too. Grayson Hansen with 1,000 yards rushing in his first 6 games, held to 36 yards tonight on 17 carries. Edward Keller, 3 for -1. Cole Ducheneau, 5 for -4. Hansen was 11 of 17 passing, 107 yards. He was picked off. Canton Hunt, 3 of 4, 65 yards. His touchdown, he was also intercepted. Cole Ducheneau, 1 for 3. Big night receiving for Gavin Farley, 11 catches, 122 yards. Aiden Russ service, 2 for 60. But all Stanley counties, they improved to 5-1 and put themselves in pretty good shape now to host a first-round playoff game next month. 8th in the seed point standings coming in. 2 games left in the regular season. Lemon McIntosh for homecoming next Friday, and then they close the season 2 weeks from tonight against Faith. That's a Faith team that has struggled all year, including losing big last week in Timberlake's homecoming. But it's Stanley County who wins big tonight. We have a player of the game to name. We'll tell you who receives the T-shirt. Our player of the game brought to you by Bauman Lumber. And after this from Bauman Lumber, our player of the game named here on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Well, Gavin Farley certainly had a big night receiving for Timberlake. Colton Brady, another huge night running the ball. He's received a couple of T-shirts, but the guy who got it started was Brendan Bothwell, scoring the first touchdown on that speed sweep, the 43-yarder. And I mean speed. You know it certainly is with Brendan, and able to really light the fuse under Stanley County's offense early on tonight. The sophomore, Brendan Bothwell, our Bauman Lumber player of the game, and Brendan will receive the T-shirt. And before we leave you, one more look around the scoreboard after we do this.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pier. Rebroadcasting on K276 GT 103.1 FM, Fort Pierre. Arrive alive, don't text and drive.
It appears that the winning streak is going to end for the Pierre Governors. They are trailing Brandon Valley 35-7 with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter at Hollister Field at Phil Trotner Stadium. Coverage of that on River 92.7. But head coach Steve Steele said Brandon Valley came in with a huge line, and it looks like they are going to end the Governors' winning streak tonight. Mitchell, by the way, pulled off a bit of a surprise at home, beating Spearfish tonight 35-28, and that improved Watertown team won tonight 16-14 over Aberdeen Central. In 11A, Chamberlain. This would be a big win for the Cubs. They lead Vermilion into the Coda Dome in the start of the fourth quarter, 21-12. Coverage of that game is on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO. For Miller Highmore Herald, tonight their rough time continues in 11B. Playing a very good Elk Point Jefferson team, and EPJ ran over the Rustlers tonight 55-3, dropping the Rustlers to 2-5. Top-ranked winner in 11B, pulling away from Bridgewater Emory Ethan. The Warriors now lead 32-12 with 3 minutes left in winner. Mobridge Pollock with another loss tonight. Their playoff hopes are getting slimmer. Very good Woonsocket Wessington Spring Sanborn Central team beat the Tigers in Mobridge tonight by a score of 18-8. Now, looking at 9-man football in games involving Central South Dakota teams in 9AA. Platte Geddes keeps winning. That's 5 in a row for the Black Panthers. They won at home over Wolsey Washington 27-8. Kimball White Lake with a very good win for the Wildcats, beating Del Rapids St. Mary in Kimball 48-6. Gregory had to go to top-ranked Parkston tonight and got shellacked. They got 50'd, in fact. 50-0 Parkston wins. Lyman rebounding from their first loss of the season last week in Presho tonight. The Raiders are leading Bennett County just underway in the fourth quarter. That score is 36-20 in games involving Area 9A teams. Well, those Philip Scotties just keep going. It looks like they're going to be 6-0 for the first time in 9 years as they're leading at Kadoka Area just before halftime by a score of 48-0. 9B teams in the area. Sunshine Bible Academy lost this afternoon at home to Cologne. That final was 46-16. Jones County is trailing New Underwood with 9 minutes left. That's in New Underwood, 22-16. Potter County trailing Leola Frederick area in Frederick, 42-19 with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's on 100.7 KMLO. Top-ranked Faulkton area in 9B, of course, was beaten last week by the top-ranked team in 9A, Warner. Trojans, in a big way, came back tonight and wiped out a struggling Faith team by a score of 54-0. Harriet Selby area wins big at Northwestern. That final was 53-0. And there were games last night involving area schools in all nations play. Lower Brule and Crow Creek both improved to 3-1 last night. Lower Brule had a 63-0 win over Flandreau. Indian and Crow Creek defeated Marty by a score of 52-0. That was last night. So, Stanley County tonight, with a most impressive performance, improves now to 5-1. Their final regular season home game, again, looking more and more like they'll have a first-round home playoff game. As long as they take care of their business in the last two, they almost certainly will, as they came in tonight at number 8 in the C-point standings in 9AA. But next Friday night for homecoming, it's the Lemon McIntosh Cowboys. Airtime is 6:30 here on KGFX. Stanley County in volleyball starting at 11-4. Their next action is Monday night in Presho against the Lyman Raiders, and that'll be on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO on Monday with the airtime around 7:15. And next for Buffalo Cross Country at Highmore tomorrow for the Action Club meet. So that's what's ahead in Stanley County sports. On your way home from the game, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you that buckling up is the best way to save your life in a crash. Do it for your family and friends. You've got someplace to be. High school football on 1060, 103.1 KGFX. Brought to you by Sioux Nation in Fort Pierre, Access Health Fort Pierre, First Dakota National Bank, Avera Health, Pierre Regional Airport, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Zander Auto Parts, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Ferding Electric, and Venture Communications. And these in-game sponsors help bring you high school football on KGFX. Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Montana Dakota Utilities, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre, Agtegra, CHS River Plains, Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, Bauman Lumber, and Wegner Auto. Thanks to everyone who helped make it happen tonight, including Athletic Director Keely Braceland here at Stanley County. Thanks to Brian Menning for taking care of the video, our friends at Live Ticket. And thanks also to our studio coordinator, Haley Hansen. I'm David Burrow. What a night for Stanley County as they shut down the Timberlake Panthers and improve to 5-1. Final score one more time at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre on the Wegner Auto scoreboard with Stanley County 44, Timberlake 7. ABC News and Classic Country coming up to take you through the evening and night. Dakota Prairie Outdoors in the 8 o'clock hour tomorrow. Ranch It Up in the Bend in the 10 o'clock hour. Of course, tomorrow night, Minnesota Twins baseball in Denver against the Colorado Rockies at 6:30. And then 1 o'clock on Sunday. And remember, the American League Wildcard Series begins Tuesday on KGFX for the Twins at home. Vikings football on KPLO and KMLO Sunday at 11 at Carolina. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend and good night from the banks of the Bad River in Fort Pierre.